We are group 17. My name is Ashley, and today we're going to discuss anger management. Anger and emotions that arises in the face of frustration and perceived injustice is an inherent part of the human experience. Like all emotions, we share a purpose. Anger can be useful and understandable in certain situations as it motivates us to address problems or defend ourselves. But what is anger management? A set of techniques and strategies designed to control it helps us to express our anger in healthy and constructive ways. Instead of allowing anger, which can feel overwhelming, to dominate us and lead to impulsive or harmful behaviors, anger management enables us to understand and regulate our emotions more effectively. Why it is important? Anger, a natural response to certain situations, can have negative consequences if not managed properly. For example, it affects our relationship with people.
Thank you, Ashley, for sharing your point. I am Feng, and now we're focusing on my topic, which is anger management in the Dominican Republic. So, emotions in my country, including anger, are often expressed openly. It's common to see heated family discussions or passionate arguments during sport events, which might seem intense but are part of our culture's way of resolving issues and staying connected with each other. However, I must address that there is a growing emphasis on healthier practices to manage anger. Like in school and workplaces, they are encouraging techniques like pausing before reacting, being an active listener, and even mindfulness exercises to manage anger. There's a public figure like David Ortiz. He has shared that how these strategies help him maintain emotional control in challenging moments, either it is through life or during sport events. This shift reflects how our culture is evolving. While we do value emotional expression, we are also embracing the newer tools for better emotional intelligence and managing our anger.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I am Rodrigo, and we're going to be talking about the conclusions that we can draw from this. The first conclusion, as my partner Ashley stated, is that anger is natural, and it's completely normal to feel it. The harmful part is when you don't manage it, when you bottle it up and don't release it. Uh, Recognizing triggers is very important to make sure that you're able to control yourself in the moment of anger. And we should use techniques like mindfulness and exercise in order to help control ourselves. And eventually, we could draw from this that the idea that we feel constant anger, if we feel any type of anger that cannot solve itself, then we might have to go and look for a mental health professional. Um, and finally, oh sorry, well, finally, we have to understand that communication is key to reducing these stressful moments. Now, as for what we can recommend to anybody struggling to manage your anger, is number one, practice mindfulness and or deep breathing to stay calm. Number two, incorporate regular exercise to release tensions and try to reduce your stress. It's a good way to keep yourself physical and be able to alleviate your bodily and physical stress, which can lead to anger. So doing that will help you manage yourself. Learn to communicate with others. assertively without having to antagonize anybody. This is key to be able to control not only your anger but other people's. And it's also key to not being able to bottle up your emotions, which is another sign of bad anger management. And make sure to keep yourself understanding of what has made you angry at all times. Why do you think you're angry? How can I control it? How can I prevent it from happening? And then eventually, as I've stated, we want to seek professional help when it seems like anger is just too overwhelming for you to control, even taking these step by step moments.
Okay, now that we have defined anger management, which is a key skill for emotional health, I'd like to ask a questions. Do you think cultural difference, which influence how people express emotions, play an important role in how anger is managed? Why or why not?
Great question, Ashley. Well, in my opinion, I think yes, that cultural differences do significantly impact how anger is managed. Like in some cultures, they encourage the open expression of their emotions, while others prioritize restraint of it. This basically shapes how people handle their anger, whether it is through direct confrontation or just step out and quietly reflect on it. Understanding these differences do help us navigate how we can manage our emotions effectively across different situations. So that's my point.
I believe that um, it does affect people, and I also believe that because of this, certain people may handle anger management differently. Not everyone has to conduct themselves the same way to manage your anger, and that means that it isn't necessarily a bad thing if a culture doesn't promote direct confrontation, but it could be a different thing that allows another person to manage your anger in a better way.
Okay, excellent, guys. Thank you. I agree with your opinions. Cultural differences are important in managing anger because they influence how emotions are expressed and perceived, shaping people's reactions and coping strategies.
Thank you very much for listening to our presentation, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.